Awesome. Good morning. Hope we're up and running here live stream on YouTube. So, uh, getting in the saddle. It's Monday morning. It's March 4th. Getting ready to see what we got going on with the Auto Trader this morning. So it looks like it's action packed already. The Signal A drone just knocked out a full target here and jumped back in. So. Strategy of the week last week's coming out swinging right away. Jumped in this short right here at 848. Looks like we jumped in at 18343.25. It looks like. Yep. And took that short right on down. Rory was running this on his account too. Rory's happy as a clam right now, guarantee. All right, Rue, welcome back. We're back in the saddle again here, off to the races. Look at this strategy that's super hot right now. This thing's on fire. Made like 5 or 6 grand last week, no matter what computer you had it on. Now we get a lot of money to run them, but they're worth it. That's the value add proposition that we bring to the table is try to make sure we pay for the systems. Looks like we've got the over here on this one. I've got the drone out to 741. All right. Good morning, guys. Welcome back. Glad you could make it again. We're off to the races, so hopefully you got your machines all tuned up and ready to roll this morning. And if you don't, get a hold of Charles. He'll get you straightened out. We're in this trade right here. I've got a Apex account that I killed this morning. I got a couple of them passed. Friday. Had a great day Friday. I'd like to show you how I did it later. Let's go look at the. Got a couple more up here. So it looks like the Signal B's also crushing it again this morning. What is this? Looks like that YM jumped out again. The Dow Diamond came in at I think around 1500 last week. That's a sleeper strategy. That one's recently developed a couple weeks ago. So kind of a surprise for me. Ooh. We can get a little bit of credit here. We might be able to get this long trade on the NQ again. That would be an amazing. Yeah, maybe you guys busted that account. If it gets taken out, then the administrator can only place a trade. So it means that it got wiped out. You lost that account more than likely. All right, Chad, welcome. Welcome from Michigan. You're looking at a fellow Michigander right here. I grew up in St. John's, which is just north of Lansing, but we had cottages up in like Harrison and Lake City and Traverse City, other areas like that. So welcome aboard, man. We'll try to make some money and have some fun together. Get you your payment back to us, hopefully in short order. Looks like kind of looking at the leaderboard this morning, starting out really where it finished off last week. Strong week for this strategy right here. Really strong week, probably the best we've had since we developed the Auto Trader. Thing jumped out on every machine that I've got in our team. 6 grand what that sucker got last week, so who knows. Oh, cool. I was working in Lansing a long time. Worked down in Jackson too. So yeah, I got a lot of miles under me. You too, it sounds like. Let's try to make some money and have some fun here this morning. So hopefully your system's all up and running, and you've got everything online and figured out. But let me just try to do a little tutorial as we get started. Just a couple people in Discord asked a couple questions, so maybe if you guys are on, I can kind of hit a couple of things to make it a little bit easier for you. First thing that seems to come up, and I've thought about this when we developed so many strategies, was, how are we going to, enable 30 of them or whatever at one time? I don't want to, obviously disable mine now, but you can use they call them quick keys. You can hold your, once you're selected in this strategies tab. Actually, let me move my picture off here so you guys can see what I'm pointing at. It's in the bottom right of the screen where this picture is. So let me transition this guy off here. All right, super. All right, cool. So English is really Christo. That's his other alias. Christo knocked out the drone this morning, huh? That sucker. You got a trailing stop. Oh no, ours is this one is no stop. No, the stop's static. It works better when you leave room for some reason. So, the oscillation of price, if you come behind these, what I've noticed over the last year of setting them up is trailing doesn't work, even though it should, and my mind says it should, and yours does too, maybe. It doesn't work. It doesn't make money. I know that. That's the thing that I keep track of, is how much money it makes, and it doesn't make money. So it's a strategy that's hard to do and make money. You can. I mean, we break even and try to pop up and make money, but it seems like the ones that tend to make more money are the ones that you leave that risk on the table the entire trade. So that's the, it's always risk reward proposition. You have to be able to invest to be able to capitalize. So it's not a one-way street. You can't just take. There's no such thing as takers. There's investors, and so that's the difference, I think, mostly when it comes to that. Okay, good. So yeah, let's take a look under the hood here. This is a nice little trade. Let's see this thing go. This is the NQ30 range signal AI drone. Crystal, you should be back in another trade here, hopefully. Looks like we jumped in here. I gotta get some accounts running too. I want to get some set up this morning. I was gonna wait till we got online and see what kind of action we had, but I was hoping it was this strategy's day, and it sure looked like it has been so far. Anyway, this trade had entered at 18,295.25 right here at this little blue diamond. If you guys check your trade performance, you'll probably see a number hopefully similar to that right there. So let's show you how to get all the strategies enabled at once really quick. So you can use your keyboard, the quick keys. Control A selects all the strategies that you have here. So Control A on your keyboard will gray them all out, which means they're selected. And then you can right click on your mouse, the right click. And inside of here, the enable is grayed out right now, which means you can't click on it. I could disable all of them at once right here if I wanted, but that would be that'd be a bad idea. Now you can do it. It's totally possible. If you do that, your positions will stay open, and the way you kill positions is go to the positions tab, and inside of here you can click on any position that you have open with your left mouse click, and then you can right mouse click and go to close position. So any position that you have open, you can always go to positions tab here in the control center, and jump right into here, and you can flatten everything, which means you'll take every single position open and close it. or you can, do individual positions right there by right mouse clicking and hit close position. And again, that's in the positions tab.
Order submitted.
All right, so looks like we got a lot of good trades on the table right now. We've got a lot of monsters. This one over here, the gold jumped out with a nice trade. This one was pretty hot last week too. This one was a little bit of a surprise for me. So the signal B GC 15 range is the one making some money this morning. Had a nice trade going up there, and then it jumped right back in. It couldn't help itself and took a loser. Now this one's a 6-to-1 6-to-1 risk reward proposition. So when you get one, you can erase five misses, which is a nice risk to reward usually. So give you guys a heads up, I started from scratch, disabled all my strategies over the weekend, started from zero. So this is kind of how the P&L is shaking out so far today, this morning. It looks like the Signal A drone is leading the way again. So looks like we're back there with that one on the top of the pile this morning. Kim, welcome back. Oh yeah, I know for sure. I reading Kim's comment there about the problem. Yeah, of course, is that trailing stop. That one's a tough one when you get a prop account and you have the they call it trailing drawdown is what they call it. But it means your amount that you can go backwards gets less and less the higher you get. So it always keeps that window getting tighter and tighter on you, like a stranglehold. So that one's a disaster for me too. I tend to go with the 100,000 static, and got a few of them across the line on Friday. Can kind of show you what I was doing, but Friday everything was just going up. It was all going up all day long. Or no, actually since noon, it started going up. Wow, it really went up too. It drove the NASDAQ about 200 points north without even stopping. So I thought today we were going way up, but I'm way wrong today. Today we're right here. So we'll just let the robots do what they do, because when I take over, I send us off in the ditch. So we'll just keep these things on the road here. Oh yeah, I agree. Inolia and Tulu, those are some pitfalls that the prop accounts have for you. Is those if you are using the trailing drawdown, and if you're not, it doesn't matter. Even the static I lose here, they all are subject to loss. That's why they'll give you $100,000 to trade with if you can make 4,600. That's their risk to reward proposition. Not enough people can make it past $5,000, so that's why they do what they do. And I've went through a bunch of them. I've went through over 300 of them. But the way I look at it, it's a good investment. If you can pass it and make money with them, they're worth it. They're worth it. They're worth it easy. So once you can get a system down that you can pass them, that's when the real money starts. So getting some past this $4,600 mark is the challenge. I pulled 10 of them across on Friday though, so hoping I can get like 5 of them past the PA. That would be nice, or the payday. We'll get them set. One of them set up here in a few seconds. I'll show you how to get an account set up on your strategy, because I think someone asked that in Discord. So we'll take a look at that. So looks like this is a fresh leaderboard. Just give everybody a little bit of a story of what's going on around the horn here. So this is what we call the control center, and I typically run the accounts tab or the strategies tab. I really actually, when I'm trading myself, I use this tab. But you have to double click it always to get the top performer to the top. But I always just have my own account here, so it's, I don't really need to change it too much. But it kind of shows the leaderboard right now today so far this morning. Again, it's pretty early. It's a early Monday morning, but we got one of them jumped out of the gate. It had a couple of good trades, and it's lost a few too. So it's sitting at 741 here. Second one of the day is right here. This is the gold signal B. That's this one right here. Looks like it's in a trade too again. Then followed by its the drone and the bot are right there hand in hand. So kind of have a system here where the drone feeds data to the bot, and a lot of times if the drone's making the most money, then the bot can only follow along with how much money it makes. We don't allow the bot yet to go out from the stops and targets that we have from the drone. We only have it allowing it to go in. That way we're not ever risking more money than we want to. So that's kind of our strategy at this point. Don't feel comfortable enough to allowing that to make a decision to go wider at this point. Then we got the looks like our third and fourth place down here are the GCs running at third, and then fourth is the YM. So had a good outing last week too with this YM. So maybe it's one to keep our eye on and see if it's worth trading. Looks like it tends to filter to the top, so it might have a good risk to reward and a nice market movement to make it successful. So couple of decent ones out of the gate here. Looks like this Signal A drone is back in the ring. This one's been in for a while. It jumped in back here, and again, this is it right here. If you're trailing your stop, you're out somewhere, and then you're back in somewhere too. So that's what I've noticed with allowing a little bit of room here, is giving yourself the ability to take a trade that can last for a little while to its progression of its trajectory. So these tend to make more money.
Order filled.
So kind of talk through this little cross right here. So this indicator is something that we have that is flexible for you if you're a discretionary trader, which I tend to be, but I'm not good at it. So the cross helps me realize when the setup's right to go ahead and try to make that entry. So this has helped me quite a bit. But you can change where the crosses show up on your chart as well by putting these filters and things in the background here in the settings that we have, which is kind of a neat feature. Yeah, Kim was asking the question there. Yeah, that is. It's the drawdown on these static is actually only 625. So if you lose 625, you're out. I'll tell you, the way I look at it, the way I've been doing it, even 10 of them, I think they're only $15 a piece when they're at 90% off. So if I get 10 of them, it's $150. If I blow 5 of them, I still made 5 of them for $150, and that's another risk to reward that I think is a decent one. So that's what I've been working towards, is trying to find a sweet spot of how much to invest to get something on the other side. All right, we're kind of just wandering in this trade right here. Just trying to find a home. Caught that great short right out of the gate though. Woo! Awesome. Right there. Looks like it was consolidating and then somehow, boom, caught the trigger and ran it down. This one wakes up at 8:30. I always thought that was too early to wake them up, but for whatever reason, it seems to be a pretty good, profitable time. I just give you another quick heads up how the software works. Is it's flexible, so if you're in, like, again, if this was my Apex account or whatever, you can always drag your stop around, and you can actually take the trade out by just dragging it over it and left clicking right at price. It'll take it right out. So I do that quite a bit. But just know that on the sims, on these strategies that we sent you, I don't move no stops or targets ever. I've got 3 machines running that I don't ever move them. And they all get different numbers, but directionally the numbers are all similar. What I mean by that is last week our top strategy on one of my machines had, like, this one up here, it was like $7,000 on one machine, $6,000 on another, and maybe 5,000 something on another. So not all of them are exactly the same, but directionally, it made a lot of money.
Order submitted.
Hey, Toby, welcome aboard. Yeah, we're in Eastern time zone here, and right now it's 9:56. So I did hear there's like a 5-second delay or something like that from the way I project on live to what you see on your end. So that can be a bit of a challenge, but beyond that, I don't think there's any difference. Um, Hey, Tamika, welcome aboard. No, this is my machine right here. I'm Mark Miller, the owner of Right Line Trading, and this is our software that we have. This is called the AI Auto Trader, and just kind of give you a little bit of a background behind it. But it's trading on the futures market, and it's a number of, we call them robots or strategies that are trading, and it's all trading automatically. All I did is enabled them this morning, and it's just doing its thing here. It's just jumping in and out of trades, trying to harvest some equity for us. And right now, so far this morning, since 8:30, we've got this one at 7:41. This one's 4:31. But anyway, they'll change throughout the day, and you can put it on a prop account or a live account. Real easy. The way you do that is just right click. You can go to new strategy. Over here in your available strategies, you guys only have one. Again, this is my R&D machine, so we've got a lot of different indicators and triggers and things that we own, that we have in there. But yours will be this one. You pick that, and then you cruise right down here to template, and this is what we really, this is the secret sauce. This is our internal intellectual property right here. These are the strategies that we have and developed over the years of trading. And so the one that's crushing it right now and for the last week right here is this Signal A drone. So I would pick this one. I would hit load, and again, these are all pre-configured settings that we have, and you would leave them all the same. we would pick that drone. We would go ahead and switch this to, we're going to use the drone settings. So we get that all set up. We go down here to account. And again, so these are the Apex accounts. We can pick an Apex account here to get that drone all set up to go ahead and start taking trades on my Apex account. So let's go ahead and do that. So now you kind of got to go find it, because there's a lot of different strategies here running. But we find that, and we just now can go ahead and enable this guy. So now I've got this strategy, and let's go check out the accounts. So now we can go see where my okay, it's under P. So this is now the account that I have running on this drone. Whenever the drone takes a trigger to take a contract, it will jump in the ring for me here with this PA account. Looks like the Signal B drone's still in. Looks like the A went out. Looks like we got a $500 bill so far this morning. All right, come on. Didn't get you trading yet. Pat, need you to work with us somehow. Want to get you up and running here this morning. We got a couple of them out of the gate right away, making a little bit of cash. So if you can somehow get on Charles's calendar to get you up and running, I'll actually I'll send them a message in Skype over here, and hopefully they can get you going. Yeah, appreciate you leaving some nice messages on nice reviews. Thank you. Skype. Oops. Sorry about that. Yeah, that's the nice thing with Auto Trader. You can multitask. I can go back and grab a coffee. We can all go get coffee. All right, so we just jumped in with that PA account. So the drone there again took the same trade. Let's go ahead and get a couple of them in the screen here, and we can kind of see what this Auto Trader does in real time with a live account. So 39. So what I'm doing right here is I'm switching an account. I'm going to look at that this account here that we just set up with the 30 range drone. So I'm over here now making sure that my charts match. Again, something with our Auto Trader that's different than some of the competitors is they go ahead and put their strategy right in the chart. They build it from the chart out. We actually build the strategy from the control center and don't use the chart, because we found overselling these for a couple of years is that clients accidentally change charts and it changes the output of the strategy, so the money and everything changes. So we don't do that anymore. We keep it separate. So really the chart is really just an output for us to look at. Maybe we're going to manually trade or just want to see the Auto Trader in action too. But they're really not connected. I'm going to go ahead and change the background. You can change the background in here, pretty easy by going in here. If you just take a screenshot with snip, you can just snip a screenshot and put you back in with a new background. So the way this worked, and we lost that trade right there. The way it works, we'll see where my live account entered, and then where the sim one entered. Looks like that signal B is still in. Oops. So we'll get it to where we can kind of see my live account here, and then how this one looks too. So this one is the
Order submitted.
darn it. That's a bummer. Everything was bigger a second ago. It was easier to see. Okay. What you can actually see, we can still see it pretty good actually. The sim account looks like it took the trade here, this long entry that that we just missed. We both missed it. It entered at 18303.5. Looks like over here on my live account I got 303.75, so we call that one tick. The ticks go, it's really complicated, so it's overly complicated anyway. The way the ticks work is there's 4 ticks in a point. So really 4 quarters in a dollar is the way I look at it. So we got it 1 tick later. And we went out same time. We went out 1 tick different, same one. So we're both in another trade again, and what did they get for price? Not gonna be able to see it. 96.25 here, 96.25. So looks like we both entered that trade on the same contract. The way contracts work is, there's only a certain number that people are selling, a certain number of people are buying. So there's this person in between called a broker, and they're trying to sell and buy it. Make the transition between buyers and sellers. And as far as we know, they just do their best to line them up and then say yep, and then that's it, and then the next one yep, and it just keeps clicking as it goes. So if you're far enough away, they don't sell them. If you're too close to the price, they grab them and sell them, or buy them, whatever way. And that's kind of how the futures market works from what I know. So kind of, way I look at the strategy and kind of see which direction I'm heading in is, this will be red or green, depending on which way, we're trying to go. So we're trying to go short right here because it's red. So our target's way down here. Again, this one's a lofty target. It's down here at $900. So this trade, no, actually $1,000. This trade is a $250 risk for $1,000 reward. So that's the risk reward on this trade here. Again, they're 4 to 1s. So the idea is that we make the 4th one. So we don't. We wish we could, but we don't aspire to get them all. We don't know. We won't ever. What we noticed last week, this one got 33% right, and it made $5,000. So that's a significant difference of only a few percent from 25%, but made a lot of money. Kind of take a look and see which one's slow morning. So the best strategy out of the gate right now is the NQ30 range signal B. So the signal B looks like it's kind of outdoing the signal A this morning. was a signal A earlier, but it's took a couple of hits here.
Order fell.
No, those sim cash profits. Um, I had 15,000 live cash profits Friday. I pulled 100,000 prop accounts over the line Friday. Was slamming on this signal B, this one right here. Any day that it's a trending day, this one tend to make money, and boy, on Friday the NQ was going up and up and up and up and up constantly. It ran up about 200 points in about 2 hours. Okay, good question. Do we call prop account live account? To me, they're similar. Live account is really my cash account, which I trade up here on this machine. Right now, I've got it on the Signal A drone, so it's up $100 so far, and so is the drone down here, I believe. NQ30 range Signal A drone. Again, this one made, $5 grand last week. I wasn't trading it all week on my live account either. I started on probably Wednesday. So down here, I can't find it. Signal 8, right there it is. Yeah, 136 bucks. And up here on my live account, it's 120, 135. So it looks like it's right around the same value. And I'm down 55 or 50 on the trade. Yep. It looks like we're in lockstep there. So yeah, that's what I tend to call a live account, a cash account, and then a prop account. Typically call it Apex. That's the only one that I've ever traded. So that's what I tend to call them. It's like a name brand, I guess. They kind of got me on that one so far. So that's kind of the difference for me. Does that sound right to you?
Order fell.
This morning I thought maybe I would put all my strategies to only take long trades. I think I'll do that on this PA account. I only want to take a long trade, I think, today. Wow. Market tells me different. Oof. Man. This morning I took a couple manual trades and took long trades, and I got crushed. Okay, cool, Pat. You cruise to the if you're in our server. So first you have to get to the right server. You have to ask. I think you have to call. And I'm not great at Discord either, but I think you got to send a friend request to Right Line Trading. Then Rory would get you into the AI Auto Trader server. Once you're in the server, then we have a channel. Let me show you. Actually, that's great. I can actually show all that. So here's our Discord server, Pat. So these are all the people online right now. Everybody's. It looks like we got about a 155 online, and if you're in this server, so again, I own the company. I've got 4 or 5 Discord channels here. David Wise has his options room here. We've got the prop room, David Kushner. This is the auto trader room, so this is the one that you'll be in. And then we have this one up here, the auto. So, and once you're in the auto trader one, inside the problems and solutions, up here in Discord, problems and solutions, we have it pinned right here. So if you click this pin, you'll then be able to see Charles's calendar. So you can, I think just click there and follow along with the prompts. So you get to jump right in there. So hopefully that helps, Pat. Oh yeah, I just saw the WooCommerce. Thanks again for everybody who signed up for the Auto Trader. Really appreciate you joining us on this journey, and hopefully we can make some money and have some fun together. Okay, we got a CL in the game today. Looks like I lost that trade right here. This one either stayed in or... This one jumped in, but I didn't get one on my... Huh. Let's see. Short stop loss. We both lost that trade. This one entered and I didn't enter on my... I didn't enter on my Apex account. I don't know why. Should be able to go 625 in the hole before it stops trading. Glad we didn't get the trade, but I was gonna go to it anyways and only take long trades. Okay, so I'm down 535. I'll disable it and I'm gonna edit it. I only want to take long trades today. I mean, it looks like it's choppy, so it's probably take no trades right now. But I'm just going to take long trades in this account. The next trade, I only want one more trade, and it's going to be a long trade. So again, with these, this heavy duty loss, you only get 2 cracks at it really with one of these accounts, because you only lose 625. Each one of these losses is 250, so 2 of them's 500. So you only get like 2.5 trades to make a winner, which is a challenge. So on the next one, we call it size down. We'll size down into the M and Qs and try to get one across. Yeah, good question, Jan. I even saw the chart. I have a feeling we're going higher. We just almost got to 18,400, and I thought we were going to go there. So that's where my head is. I'm probably wrong, because I just saw the chart. Everything's going lower. Let me cancel it and let's take a closer look. Yeah, we can't make money in that little zone right there. There's not enough movement up and down. Again, we need a 200 point move. I'm sorry, 200 tick move, 50 point move to make money. So it caught this one earlier on the other one. It caught that one. So now we're consolidating. It's only 10:15, so it's still a little early to figure out a direction, I think, probably. Okay, great, Pat. You're in the server. If you can make that appointment with Charles, I think that would be great. Get you up and running.
Order submitted.
Right now is a signal B day so far, and again, that's our trend strategy. Signal A is more of a ranging strategy, and then signal B is a trending strategy. And it looks like this one's wow, this one entered way up here. Holy moly. This entered way back here. It's been in this trade for since 9:04, over an hour. That's good though. A nice ranging day, or I mean, a trending day. It just kind of takes it easy and methodically, tries to get to make money. Wow, that's a nice one. Good. Want to thank everybody for joining us too. Had a really great weekend. A lot of new faces in the RLT community. So thank you and welcome aboard. Hoping to help everybody make money and have a little fun along the way here. Keep this system working for us. Yeah, this one really waits for a trend to be established before it jumps in, and uh, in the past it was a bit of a challenge to keep it from going out because you had to allow it to come back so far, because trends take a while to get set up. But this one's got a 50 tick stop, so it's a pretty wide stop. That's why we need the 4-to-1 to really make money. Looks like it's going to test this low again. What a move on Friday. Wow. Those are chances of a lifetime move. Kind of like strategies that you get in early and you just let it ride for a while. It really makes it a little more fun experience because you're kind of in the money for a while. See what other instruments we have, if any. Okay, CL. Looks like the CL's having a really nice day so far. Got three of them. Three of them up there. So signal A and signal B. Followed by a couple of GCs. Oh wow, got RTY. Really thought about optimizing that strategy over the weekend, but when we met with the R&D, we just thought there was so many that did well. We might as well, play it out, let it see, and we'll see. Maybe we can have a comeback in the RTY this week. The Dow Diamond was the sleeper last week. It pulled out about $1,500, I think, at the end of the week. my PA account I took offline. I lost that trade, and I wanted to let the dust settle here until we see a move. I was gonna take long trades, but then I read the chat, and Jan said, maybe, why are you why are you gonna go long? Everything's going short today. So I was gonna look at the market and see what he was talking about, and he's right. Everything's going lower. So I was kind of trying to figure out what strategy I'm gonna do on that PA account before I put it back and lose it in about a minute or two. So I'm just letting the dust settle, as they say, trying to figure it out. I'll take advice if you got any for me. Should I go long or go short? I only got $150 to work through, and it's gone. So I might just manually trade it. That's probably the smarter move when I've only got $125 to trade it. So yeah, taking advice. So again, this strategy, I want to show you how that works and why, the PA accounts are tough to use the regular contract, the E-mini they call them. When you use the E-mini, we lose $250, yeah, each time. Okay, that's a nice idea. Both of those are scalp it. That's what I was first thinking. Yeah, try to just scalp it back to a number that I could put it on a bot. But I like Christo's idea. He said throw it on a micro and let it run. That's what I'm gonna do. I know that's what I was thinking. So my normal trade calls all would be to do that about, yeah, 10 to 15 ticks. Um, but I like English is Christo. He's got an alias out here. he's two guys. Um, but he says let the bot do it on the micros. I like that idea. I'm gonna do that. Let's do that. So let me show you how to do that. That's a nice idea. Um, so again, I've only got $150 I think to work through till I lose that PA account. So I like that idea to now size down. Let me try it here, and let's see if we can pull it together. Uh, let me. Outside here, it's action packed. I live down here in Miami Beach, and there's always action. Just look out the window and see all kinds of stuff. It's pretty interesting. We'll get this thing set up with some micros here, so let's do it. The way to go about doing that is I kind of already had it set up with this drone, and it's my favorite one. Last week it made $5 grand, so barring the market changing drastically, hopefully it still has some gas in the tank. So I can just right click on it now that it's already disabled. I can right click on it and go up here to edit the strategy. And so here let's kind of figure out, we're going to change the instrument. That's all we need to do, is to change the instrument. So it's going to trade one contract. The way this works now on a micro is instead of $5 a tick, it's 50 cents. So now instead of a $250 risk on a trade, it's $25. So everything's divided by 10 basically, and so each trade, each contract that I add here would be another $25 in loss. I think I've got I think I have, and we can look. I think I have about $125 left in that PA account before it gets busted. So let's try it with this one, and we'll just do one and go $25 at a time. Now I think it's obviously more than 25 because you got to pay the house for trading, and I'm not sure how much a micro is to trade. I only know a E-mini is $4.12, I believe. So I'm not sure if it's divided by 10 too, to where it's 40 cents, but anyway, it's something. So we'll just we'll get that going. Good idea. Yeah, some good comments there. I appreciate those. Yeah, those. I mean, the first one I was reading is, PA account is really the drawdown. Agree. It's a in this case it's a $625. Let's take a look at what it's at. So it looks like we're down 535 here. Our Trader Pro is a little different, I think. Let me check it out. So we'll bring that one up over here. See if it enters a trade for us. Watch the auto trader over here. This is the signal B. It took that short.
Order submitted.
Boy, it's going to be tough if it comes back on it.
Order submitted. Order submitted.
Agree, Crystal. Let the robot do what it's supposed to, huh? I know. I still have a hard time. You would think I look at these numbers every week, that I would know, but I just still, human nature's tough. I think that's why I like it. I love golf too. I know it sucks. It's hard, frustrating, but it's something you'll never, be hard to perfect. So it's always fun to go out there and, try. Wow. Not getting anywhere today. Woo. Just drifting down.
Bill.
It's a pretty big number here, 18,300. So that's a big number. We'll see where she ends up from there. Yeah, Jan mentioned that it's hard to trade full size instruments inside the accounts, the prop accounts, for sure. Absolutely. You get two swipes at it basically with one of these strategies. So yeah, it's a real challenge, and I like Christo's idea to size down and see if we can, sneak a one or two of the wins out of there, before it taps
Order
out.
submitted.
So maybe you guys know the number better than I do, but it looks like on the charts here, it looks like the high that it's kind of holding, I think, kind of for the record now is 18,375. So until we clear that again, I think we're at an all-time high at 18,375. But maybe you guys know something I don't know. But what I know is it looks like the high on the chart here looks like it's coming in about 18,375. I don't know if it's ever been higher or not. I don't think so. And man, that was fun Friday. Oh, Friday, right here is the remnants. This is me and the auto trader going crazy over here. Look at that run up from basically it looks like now from 11 on Friday almost just north, and it went up from 164, 264, 364. Yeah, it went up 200 points. It looks like now from 11 on Friday. So that was a great day to trade. Woo! Made it easy. Okay, looks like Jan's calling a little higher number. It looks like he's coming in at 370, 18,377.75 is what he's got pegged as the high. Is this going to be the run heading that way? Wow, it looks like it might be. Woo-wee, time to get in this long trade. Thought we were going long today. I don't know. I had it in my veins from Friday still. I was salivating long still all morning. That's all I can think about.
Bill.
Those ones are heartbreakers right there, I'll tell you. We had the signal A pop in right here. If we weren't in the trade, we would have took this trade right here, and then signal B would be jumping in right now, going the opposite direction. So that's what I've talked to Sergio about. Maybe this is the next version, as we stop trades with the signals too. So right now we only stop trades with targets or stops, but we're thinking about adding when the next signal comes true to just take you out of the trade. So what I mean by that is this is a signal B strategy, and the signal B indicator right over here just came online, and it would have took us out of that trade. So I'm kind of working on that as the next another improvement idea. And we take your guys' improvement ideas also. If you're one of our members in the community in Discord there, if you drop in your idea into the ideas channel over here, improvement ideas. If you go ahead and just drop your idea in here, we go ahead and add it to what we call the R&D list, and we keep track of the ideas and rank them from impact and difficulty, or effort and benefit, whatever way you want to look at it. But anyway, try to narrow it down to keep us working in a direction that makes sense. So that's kind of how we handle your feedback. So if you're one of our lifetime members, you can be assured that we're going to continue to build the R&D list and work on continuous improvement. That's actually what I used to do before I bought this company. Is I was in the continuous improvement world in manufacturing, and really started with like as electrical engineer and worked through project management and through continuous improvement, trying to figure things out and make things better. So kind of a fun journey that I like to go on. Okay, so it slowed right down at 30. 30 is a tough number. It's kind of funny in the futures market, I would have never realized it, but again, watching a lot of charts, it seems like, the 00, so, right on the number, 18,300, for example, and then 18,330, then 3,350, and then 70. Seems like those are kind of stepping stones for some reason. Not always true, because the price is always moving, that's for sure, but seems to be a trend of watching. So the buyers are still here. CL. Wow, Signal A and Signal B are doing good today. That's a really good one. Okay, it's in a trade too. Just pop this open, take a quick look. So the CL jumped in this long right here, but it took a... Oh wow, that's lucky. It took the short entry way up here, and it followed that run down all the way to there. Perfect timing. Now it took this pullback heading in the other direction. This one we have, this is a Signal A too. This one's, this trigger is on this indicator right down here called the modified Laguerre. We modify our own indicators in-house, and modified this one to take the trigger when it pops out of the, we call it pop out of the box, out of the 80 down here. This cyan blue line right here jumps out of the green zone, and we fire off a contract to buy here. In this case, we bought it short right here at this this trigger, and man, it ran that trade right down for everything it had. Sold at perfect timing. So one thing that I do quite a bit is use this ruler right here, and you basically can measure your moves, and that's really critical. It's the most important thing that we do is finding out how far these runs are running. In this case, it ran 91. This trade's set at 90 ticks, so it ran 90 ticks. It showed me right here at the Y value. So that's kind of how we keep track of how far we move for us and against us, which is really more important. It's really our risk to reward ratio. But basically you go from where you took that trade at to the highest price point. So any wick that you can find that's above where you bought, moving forward on the right edge of the chart. So in this case, it's right on the same candle. So in this case, this trade might have came back six ticks on us. So the risk to reward could have been on this trade like maybe, not 6 ticks because you would have got stopped out, but it could have been maybe 8 ticks, and you could have potentially had 90, a little few more than 90 ticks of movement. So you could have had the risk to reward set at maybe 8 ticks, and maybe 95 ticks, and that trade would have, you know, been profitable for you. You wouldn't have lost. You'd have made money. So, you know, kind of on your own, if you have time and you want to mess around with the system, you can really start to measure your opportunity, and then create your own strategy with your own risk to reward proposition. If you're starting to see, you know, that, hey, if I change my stop to 10 ticks and I move my targets to 95, my risk to reward just changed drastically, and I've seen all these trades make money. So you can kind of count your winners and losers even. So that's the black gold CL. This one's signal A. Again, this one jumps in early. It caught this movement and momentum, and took it out. And momentum moved again now in the other direction, right? Momentum was starting to go, price was starting to go the other direction. So it took that trade as that blue line popped out of they call this the 20 down here, the red, and it sent off a trigger. Now, again, if you're starting to see a huge trending day, you could, you know, disable the longs or the shorts. But again, you know, the robot, you know, Crystal mentioned it, knows more than we do. So you'll tend to try to let it do its thing, and you know, look at the results later and then say, okay, whatever it was doing seems to make sense. Let me just put that to work. So that's kind of how these indicators function. And if it starts, you know, if it unfortunately goes positive again, it's going to say, yeah, I just jumped out of the 20 again. I should go long again. So you can, you know, they can get eaten up too if it's in a trending day and it's a signal A. So kind of just depends on the market. Why we really wanted to share as much as we could, because the markets are always changing. Okay, to see this trade, I always have to go to the M&Q. I forgot. Oh wow, we're in a trade. Okay, great news, guys. Our little idea, Christo, working out so far so good. We entered this trade here. We didn't even see it because I was running my mouse. Sorry about that. Over here, this is the M&Q. I forgot that I have to, when we change instruments from the E-minis to the micros, you have to go up here, and sometimes you have to go find it. You have to go find your instrument down here in the futures. These are all the E-minis. The micros, the you know, the M&Q and the MES and all those are right down in here. So under micros and then M&Q. So you bring that up here and you just kind of check your data series. Mine's the 30 range, so that's correct. Yeah, we enabled this strategy here on this account, and so far so good. So I like that concept. Now let me get these. Let me show you how we move these crosses around. So right now I have the crosses set up. You know, I can tell as a signal B trigger, and I can tell that because the Laguerre, this blue line, is pegged all the way at 100, and so we'll change this to be a signal A trigger, and I'll do that by just, you know, clicking on the signal A and unselecting the signal B and hitting apply. And now we jump in where we had the trigger. In this particular strategy, I have it set up to where it takes the trade the next candle after the candle closes. It'll take the trade, so it's not on the candle that the cross comes in on. It's actually the next candle, and that's a setting that we have in the group of settings that you've seen back there. And the kind of the reason we do this, or I do it, is it's a 30 range candle, and it just seems to be more stable when the range closes. So we just take that trigger on the next candle, and it kind of helps another, you know, certify the trend is established. Seems to help. So You can do it either way, entry on the same bar or not entry on the same bar is the selection for that. So here again, this is and each dollar is really, really important right now. So let's not give back too much if it's going to come back against us. I don't want to have a little bit of a heartbreaker here. Let's try to get $25 an inch away if we can. Kind of the scalping idea with the robot. See if we can do that. Do the best of both worlds. Christo's idea and Cazal's idea. Let's look, something always interesting for me is, hey, does the M&Q trade the same way the NQ does? And let's look. Let's find out. So here's an M&Q trade. Let's see where this one jumped in at. Looks like I got 18,000. Wow, look at that. Right on the nuts. Right on 0000000. Maybe that's like our angel number today. Let's go, angel number. All right, we got an angel number trade right here we're in. This might be the savior. I think this is, I always call this follow crosses to profits. So this is our savior, angel trade. Let's take a look and see where this one entered. This is now, hopefully it wasn't in a trade. That's the only difference. If it's already in a trade, it obviously can't enter another trade. Okay, so let's take a look here. Okay, great. We do. It took the same trade. Oops. I just want to break this out for a minute so we can see the number. Okay, it looks like the NQ jumped in at 304, dead on, and I think my MNQ jumped in at 300. Wow, I entered this trade 4 points. $304, 300. For whatever reason, the M&Q, I entered this trade 4 points ahead of the NQ. So I've always been told that price follows the NQ and the M&Q, they're identical, and I've even read that. So the only thing that I don't know if is identical is like volume. I assume the volume to be the same. I do see the numbers are different here. The way we have these numbers set up, they just grow until 1 minute transpires, and then they reset to 0. So this is the average, or this is the number of contracts being traded in this market, and this is the M and Q here, NQ here. So I'm just going to see if the volume's the same. I'm just going to watch this number. So it's 1350. Just get a roundabout number. You'll never be exact, but I just kind of, just hit 1500. Just kind of keep in my head. A really good number of trading contracts per minute is about 3,000. That seems to be a really nice number that these automated strategies work well in. Okay, so it looks like it got to about 1850 or so. I'm going to watch the NQ now. Okay, so we got out of that trade. We made a little bit of money. So good job as a team here. We got back about $50 there. Okay, now we said we're going short. So this is where it'll be different always. I just wanted to mention this too. So, I moved my stop up on this one. We didn't move the stop here on this one. This one's still in the trade. So this one might, now we're out of sync, basically, is what I want to mention. We were in sync with the drone now, and now we're going to be out of sync because this one's still in the trade and we went out. So, we're trying to go short now, and it's still in that long trade. Looks like that signal B is still in that trade. Wow, that is a long, long trade for an NQ. Looks like we're going to pass through hopefully that 300 again. Hey, if you guys are out there and have our system, which one's the high for you today? Looks like the high here on this machine is coming in at the GC. GC looks like the lead dog here on this one. Let me look at my other machines. Okay, we can bring open the server too. I got that one running hopefully this morning. Yeah, this machine up here, the gold nugget's the lead dog. Down here it's looks like it's at 333. Up here it's at 780. Followed by the GC15 Signal A drone and the Signal B. Somewhat close. Looks like the CL is in third place here. Let's take a look here. Here we got the CL at 120. Let's go look at the server real quick and see if that thing's alive and kicking. So this is a remote server VPS that we have, and this is the the same, all the identical strategies, just have different different charts here. We can right click in these charts and put the the background whatever we want, like we have the other one, but I just leave them in these colors. These colors signify good opportunities for discretionary trading, so I kind of leave them in this range out here. But let's kind of take a look at the accounts tab and see which one's the lead dog out in this direction. So it looks like the lead strategy out here is the NQ30 range Signal A AI bot. Wow, that's impressive. Okay, that's the first time I've seen. Okay, the AI bot's doing pretty good on this other machine out here too. It's up 235, followed by the GC. Looks like the GC tends to be Signal B, lead dog out here, followed by the CLs again. And then this one's got the RTY, a couple RTYs in the good guys column this morning. And the Dow Diamond's up on the board out there too. So Gold Nugget, Dow Diamond, look like they're making a little bit of money this morning. So this is our VPS server that we have set up. It's kind of use it as like a client install. We use it to make sure that all the installs work and that the installation process goes smooth. So here the lead dog is the GC Signal B AI drone. That was lead dog out there too. Lead dog up here, it's at 1016 on this other machine right along with it. Yep, and RTY is having a comeback. Back in the green. Dow Diamond. We're still in this trade here. We're in a short trade. Market's kind of going sideways again. Looks like the 50s, trending up.
Order submitted.
Oh boy, here they go.
Order submitted. Order filled.
Okay, looks like the GC is making the money this morning. Let's check that one out. Wow. We have to give it its background. It earned it. Ooh. Wow. All right, we're breaking even. take what we can get here and go long. Ooh, look at that long move. We'll hope for 300. Bounces off 300. We won't want to lose our opportunity. Oof.
Order submitted.
Alright, got to get this set up on the gold. So the way to do that is go right here. 15 range. Signal B. Wow, caught that target. Long entry. Caught that target. Tried there, missed it. Tried again, got it. Had a long entry here. Got that one. Long entry right there, got it here. Or no, that's its entry. Sorry, got this loss here. Click it, missed a couple right out of the gate. Ooh. Would have been tough trading it right out of the gate. It took 2 losses, but boy, I'll tell you, she ran up the score after that. Woo. Gold's on a run. Couple awesome trades right there.
Order filled.
Signal B, think that one did pretty good last week too. Hey, we got that target, guys. Woo! Nice move. Caught that short. Trying to get back in the game here. Caught that short. Took a lot of heat. Boy, that was a lot of heat. I tell you, that was about as much heat as we can handle right there. And clipped off a winner down here. You know, who knows? Maybe we'll go lower, but you know, that 300 I thought was a pretty sensitive number. So we'll just try to take our little chunks back as we can, and see if we can nurture this thing back to health. We got to nurture this one. That's some good teamwork. Let's take a look in. I was curious how well the GC 15 range signal B did last week. I was just going to do some trade performance over here and kind of show some of the high flyers for last week and see if they line up again so far this week.
Order filled. Order submitted.
If we can get some momentum here on the NQ going in the positive direction, we could take another trigger here and join this this drone over here. So I'll do a little screenshot of which ones are doing good right away and see if we can match any of them to last week. We can, looks like I can bring this over and kind of change the setting or the sizes a little bit to it. This is our trade performance. The way you get to it is you go to new, you left click into new, go up here, find trade performance and then left click and it'll pop open this, this trade performance dialog box. And inside of here, you just go through and you set your dates to whatever dates that you want to see the data for. So I wanted to, okay, good, we jumped in a trade right here, so we're gonna try to go long, trying to go long here by this green number 1 here, or your blue target's up, but looks like it must have popped out of the box there barely. Very low, momentum coming on our side, but enough. Now this is here's an example of why when I closed that candle, even though we did see momentum in our direction, we took that trade, way later, which is, hopefully, going to help us a little bit if it's coming back that much. So that's kind of why we don't enter on the same bar sometimes. But anyway, I was just kind of looking here to see, how well the GC 15 range signal B drone, did last week, and it looks like it had a great week. Had 2189 last week. Make sure that I, don't have 2 things selected here. You just make sure and you just click that one. If it goes to zeros, then you know that you're only on that, you don't have 2 of them selected is what I'm trying to show you. And make sure you hit your days and then you hit that little generate there. It'll bring the data current. So anyway, it looks like this was a great, really great one last week too. So it could be one to keep our eye on for an account too, if it's continues to be consistent. So that one is the signal B drone number 1 here. Let's go look at the next one. This one is the NQ30 range signal B AI drone. I don't think this one had a good week last week, but let's look. Yeah, last week this one broke even. All trades it broke even last week. It had a killer week. It lost. So drones we have just trading like drunk sailors. We don't have any daily profit or loss targets. So one day this one made about $3,000 and it lost about $3,000 in one day last week, and then the other 2 days or 3 days must have been about a break even days or whatever, offsetting anyway. So that one. The star of the show last week was this one, Signal A. Yeah, this one last week on this machine pulled in $6,200. And let's see where it's at for the day. To get to the day, you can just add the date in. So you can just add this in and hit generate. And now it's going to bring the trades, all the trades that all these took, all the way up till now that have closed. It'll bring the data in for. So it was at 62, so it looks like it's down about 500 for the day. And we can go to the day here too even and see what it's at specifically for today. And then, you can go right into the trades, which is awesome. Yeah, it's down 529 today. Rory probably has his shut off. It made no, I don't know if it got to. Okay, let's go find out. Let's find out if it made it to 1,000 today. The way we can see that is you can go to trades, and inside of here, I just kind of need to bring this open, and we can look here. But you can go into trades here. Now you can separate these columns out to really. Okay, yeah. Rory might be done. This thing out of the gate, it hit this dinger. Its first trade. Its first trade, it made $1,000. It's really 1,000. This 418 is commission out of this trade. We use the lifetime value to take out of our commissions, so it ends up being $4.18 for an E-mini. But anyway, this robot, again, this was the lead dog last week. It jumped out of the gate, made $1,000, but then it's lost. It's lost 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's lost 6 in a row. It's definitely due for a win. This one is a 4-to-1. That's what kind of helps you get back on your feet here. If we're down 529 and we take a victory, we're still, you end up being up 475 or whatever. So that's kind of how this strategy is built and tends to be productive. So if we look at it, again, all week, if we just kind of drill down and, let's go back and grab the whole week of trades. Super powerful system, of data collection and then available data here to really work with. But basically, I turned this strategy on last week. I turned it on last Monday on 226. It took the first trade at 904. I think I was a little bit late. We haven't started at 8:30, so I was a little late enabling it on Monday last week. But anyway, you can see each trade each day, each morning. On the 27th, it looks like it jumped out right at 8:30. On the 28th, it jumped out at 8:38. Anyway, you can kind of see the times here. Looks like we got in at 8:32 on Friday there. Or no, Friday's here. But anyway, you can kind of see this is the running total cumulative net profit of all these trades. So, loser, winner, loser, winner, loser, 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 winner. So kind of this is the way the strategy's been run, and winner, loser, whatever. And kind of the running total, subtract, add, subtract, anyway. We're rolling down here. Our high water mark so far looks like we hit the $8,000 mark one time last week, and we're down here at 57.30 right now. So it's just like price, it moves up and down. So hopefully we can continue the trajectory and move this thing in this direction. Another way to look at the same data, you can kind of see what you got per day. So Friday wasn't a great day for it either. Again, this is a ranging strategy. So in ranging markets, it works awesome. On a trending market, it can get chopped up. So it kind of depends on the market too. It looks like we had a really, really favorable market for it on Thursday. Thursday, it hit $3,000 that day, and then a couple of really good days there. So she's treading water a little bit today. Maybe it can, move the needle for us here at some point soon. I think our number 2 was the NQ 2-minute signal A. Had a tough day today. Again, these will trade, non-stop, so it can lose, $3-5 grand, whatever. We don't have a limit on it. And I think GC signal B is another pretty good one. Yeah, so this one's This one's sitting at 3 grand right now. It's having a good day today, and had a great day Friday, and a pretty good day Thursday. So a couple of slow days, and then now it's really picking up some steam here. Again, don't make any adjustments to any of these. It's just how they trade. This is the number of trades that it takes a day. I thought that was really strange. It looks like the trade number, but it's actually the number of trades that it takes a day. So it took already 6 trades today. 4 on Friday, 3, 2, and 1. That seems like really odd numbers to be counting up like that. But anyway, it's that's how you tell how many trades it took. Okay, we're in a long entry here. Been in this trade for a good bit. Weak momentum. We saw it here, just barely getting out of the 20. So it's kind of, price is really holding. This is kind of like teeter totter here. Sort of worst case scenario. I say, when your 50 goes from green, yellow, red on each candle on a 30 range, you're in trouble. It means the price just doesn't have a direction. Equal number of buyers and sellers, and just it's okay. It just takes time to be patient to see, if your direction's right. Okay, sorry, I didn't see the chat there for a minute. I see that Rory's droning by. It seems like he's right with me on the GC, the lead dogs. Hey, Spencer. Just try to answer your question there. The question is, as a general guideline, how do we select which legacy AI bot or drone? Really, the drone is the one to select. The bot we just really have developed and up and running to see how well the AI model is getting its stops and targets delivered to it. So the bot is really kind of out there to see if we would want to run the drone settings on our account. So if I start seeing a bot do really well, in this case, it looks like they're trade for trade, so it's not any different. On this one, on this signal A, it looks like the bot is outperforming its drone. So that tells me that the AI model is delivering it, pretty good stops and targets because it's making more money. And that's really what the AI model is trying to do, is trying to predict how to modify the stops and targets based on the drone's trades. So it's taking a look at the drone's trade data and making some mathematical modifications to them based on some trend and history that it sees in the AI model. So it's kind of the way that it's set up in the background. So you definitely want to use a drone to get set up. Yeah, so I did a setup for an account here a few minutes ago. We can do another one where I set up like one of my prop accounts going on another strategy so you guys can kind of see the way you do the setup here in this control panel if you think it would be helpful. Hey Pat, sound's not working well. I know I've got a. Let me go shut these windows down here. All right, great. I don't know if you can hear me better now, Pat. A lot of action out the window here. I like to keep the windows open in the beach. Everybody wants to be at the beach this morning. But we were kind of just chatting about maybe going through how to get my account set up here. So to get an account set up on my prop account, you just right click once you're in the strategies tab down here. You right click, and for me again, kind of the basis of what I'm showing you is I want to take one of my prop accounts and put it on one of these strategies. Put one of these strategy robots to work. The way we put robots to work in this software is you go to the strategies tab. You right click, right mouse click anywhere inside this area here. You right click. I know right and left on the mouse, those are really important. So you right click and you do a left click on new strategy. Inside your available, if you're a client at other vendors, you might have other things here, but this is probably the only one I think that you might have on yours. Make sure that's selected, and then go down here and left click on templates, and then left click on load. And this is really the secret sauce right here. So this is the settings for all the strategies that we send out. And again, the hottest one has been this one. So I'm gonna kind of like get this one to work, put this one to work. We'll go ahead and pick that and hit left click on load. So what it did now is it brought in all the settings that we have pre-configured, and I have to left click on that because I don't want to create it as a drone. I want to use the trade management settings below. So there is an adjustment that you need to make out of the box. You have to click this one and then hit use the trade management settings below so that you can use the stops and targets that the drone has. Cruise down here to account, and now you can put it to work on, these are the Apex accounts. You can, on my other machine where I'm on NinjaTrader brokerage, I have my live account up there, and it's usually at the very top. For these down here, they're in alphabetical order. So anyway, you put it to work here. One thing to consider, this always needs to be looked at, your instrument. So in this case, this is an NQ strategy. So you just make sure that your NQ is selected. If it's, a GC strategy, you would select GC here. And then if you wanted to trade the micros, you would go right down in here and trade the M and Q. And maybe while I'm here, I'll mention the differences in tick prices if you're not familiar with it. The E-mini, the M and Q, if you're going to trade that, it's $5 a tick. So this particular strategy at $5 a tick can lose $250 each trade. And then each win, if it makes profit, would be $1,000. So it's a 4-to-1 risk to reward on this one. Now, if you want to trade the micros, you go to M and Q down here, and one micro trade is $25. It's like a 10-to-1 ratio. So Each trade loss down here would be $25, and then each trade win would be $100, is the way the micros work. So we'll try to, we'll see if we can get one of these to move the needle on us, for us here. And once you sort of get that set up, and then you just hit the enable, now it's alive and kicking, and as soon as it sees the trade setup, it'll jump in for you, and it'll place the stops and targets where they belong. Once it's in the trade, barring anything happens, whatever, your trade will come right into here, this tab here called positions, and right here you can right click on your position. So let's say your Apex account was here. You could right click and you can hit close position if somehow you needed to close that trade out, or you just wanted to close it for whatever reason. This is another option to flatten everything. When you hit that, or even when you hit close position, your strategy disables. So if I right click right here and hit flatten everything, all these will disable, and all the trades will close. So it's kind of like a relief valve. Everything goes out. Oh, thanks, Pat. Really appreciate that again. Yeah, I guess there's about 8-10 minute delay for Pat, so that's a real bummer. I was asking Rory the other day, if there is a delay, and he says yeah, there is on his end too. We don't know how long this delay is for YouTube live stream, but this is just YouTube. Now, there could be some things I could do. I'm using this other broadcasting app. It's called OBS Studio. There could be some things in there that maybe I can look at. It does talk about frames per second and all kinds of other things. Don't know if I can get that going faster. Okay, so this one's still trying to go long here. We've been in this consolidation zone for some time. It caught that long going up, but ran out of steam. It seems to be drifting. So we'll see how this one transpires here. Not getting any real direction either. So the only way we'll jump out with this PA account is if we come out of the box here with some strength going the other direction. Can tell volume is picking up on my computer over here. The fans start squealing. Okay, our little idea with the, leveling down to the micros seems to be okay so far. We're above ground. We're at $32.50 so far as a group, trying to pull this one back. We went ahead and put a E-mini to work on a PA account this morning and took 2 losses in a row. So it went down about 500, and I think I guess it was 532 or 534, and we've weaseled our way back to $502 and trying to get back in good graces with this one. And then this one we got on the E-mini, so we're going to try to take a couple of swings and see if we can get one of them to hit out of the park for us, and that puts you in a good position once you have your first trade under you. That's the big one. Okay, looks like we're seeing a new low again on this pivot. Yep. Another low of the day right here. Had a great weekend in sales. Want to thank everybody who joined us in the auto trainer journey here, RLT community. Appreciate it. Going live on YouTube live stream, trying to show other people that this system has some capability to make some money and have some fun. Yeah, Charles is around. He was booked back to back, Kim. So there's a chance that he goes over. Hopefully he'll be able to get a hold of you in a little bit here. Got a monster trade on that signal B. Wow. That's its first trade of the day. One short, one trade. It's been in that trade all day long. Let's go check this one out. Wow. Show this entry back here. So this is the NQ signal B. It's a trend strategy. It caught this trend down here, entered this trade back here at 913, and watch the price get really close a couple of times, come back all the way back past, took some heat, and it's still in the trade. Okay, she bounced off that pivot. I'm gonna put the VWAP in here. To put another indicator on, you can just right click on the chart, left click on indicators, and again you'll have a suite of indicators up here that'll look different than mine, but I believe yours will have the P, and we can put the VWAP on the chart. We add it down here, and then you just hit apply, and now it's the yellow dashed line.
Order submitted.
So the VWAP is, the volume weighted average price. So, price tends to, kind of hit off the VWAP and bounce and circle around the VWAP, I guess. Yeah, he'll give you a call shortly, Kim. Pretty sure he's pretty helpful, so he gets caught sometimes being helpful. Let me bring this over here. It's a big trade. Been going for a couple hours. I would have took that one off the table 10 times, I think, probably. Okay, we jumped in going long here. We saw that momentum was popping out of the box there, and it jumped in over here. So we can See if we can hope for a little bit of momentum swing here. Kind of like to look back and see if we ever, made it up to that level at some point today. Looks like we have, so it's probably in range.
Order submitted.
And we jumped in with both of them. Let's look. This is really a great time to do this. We can see which one, what the M and Q and the NQ jumped in at, what prices. Let me change the backgrounds. Properties. So here we've got two PA accounts, and they both entered the trade here. This one is the M and Q. This one's the. Are you serious? That's the same number that it entered last time. 18,300, dead on. It's our angel number again. Wow, that's amazing. Okay, let's look at the NQ here. Okay, right on, dead on again. So we've got, two different PA accounts running, one on the micros, one on the E-minis, and entered the trade on the exact same price. We got one M and Q, so this is the M and Q up here, one M and Q and one NQ. NQ on this chart, so this one's trading on the NQ, this one's, trading on the M and Q. And it looks like we caught the contract on the exact same price, dead on. Two angel numbers. We're going to follow this cross to profits right here, guys. Let's go.
Order submitted.
Seems like a tall order right now, but we'll see. Sometimes on these, when I feel like I can just sneak that stop up to break even, I'll do that just to make sure I get in the best trades I can, especially at the beginning of going from zero. This one's starting at zero, having $150 start. It's a nice start. Kim, this one's risking 50 ticks, so this one's a $250 loss or $1,000 target, and then this one here is a $25 loss and a $1,000 target. I'm sorry, $100 target.
Order filled. Order filled.
Uh-oh, the momentum's starting to lose. Starting to feel like that the momentum was starting to drift on us there.
Order submitted.
So here we got a couple of trades on the NQ and the MNQ. Kind of give a little story of what's going on here. So they both entered this trade at the same time, same contract, which is our angel number for the day. It's 18,300, right on the exact number, and so that was the MNQ on that side. This is the NQ on this side. Looks like they both jumped in the ring at the same time, and we're holding this trade right now. This is this one on the NQ is a $250 risk for $1,000 profit, and over here it's a $25 risk for a $100 profit. So again, it's a 4-to-1 risk to reward ratio. Now you'll pay commissions for making the trade. On this one over here, and again, I don't know how much Apex is, but I think it's probably similar to around $5 per trade. I'm not sure what an M&Q is. If it's, if it's the same, it's maybe like 50 cents a trade. I have no idea how much it is actually for an M&Q. But we're trying to resuscitate this one over here. On this one, we had going with the full one, and we took 2 losers this morning. So we, Christo and I think it was Naldov, kind of gave us an idea to try to revive it with an M&Q. So we're kind of trying to revive this one with an M&Q here, and I think we've whittled away $30 back. This one we just got going, so this is the first trade on this account. Looks like we're running into the VWAP right here. Up here we've got the pivot that was formed a little earlier today. Just about 9:30, 10:30, 11:30. Looks like that pivot started about an hour ago. With any luck, we could get one of those moves right there. Be back in the game. This one. Okay. Let's try to get these windows set back up, see what else is doing good. Get into the control center here. Looks like the lead strategy of the day is still the GC 15 range signal B drone, and then it looks like the CL signal B drone also. These bots are up in here. And then we've got an NQ. The signal B is still in that trade. It's in that trade for a long time. Okay, we got a little pop in our direction. That's nice. Nice little pop. Which one is this one? Okay, that's that signal B trade.
Order submitted.
Try to get them all set back up here. I wanted to do that little demo. Always interesting to see how the M&Q and the NQ, trade. In that case, it was really nice to be able to kind of pop them side by side and see which one is doing what. So I think I can do it this. Yeah. Okay, so that's still the same trade. This is the M&Q on this side. This is the NQ on this side. And, we entered that same trade, so we're just kind of watching this thing, hoping she's going to run up in our direction. Might take a little off the table on this one. Try to get a trade under our belt. If it bounces off that VWAP, I'll have a heartbreaker.
Order submitted. Order filled.
Okay, good. We got a little in the boat on this one. Again, it's coming out of the gate right at 0. So just trying to take a little bit of money off a trade, and this is the VWAP here, and it has a tendency to bounce off it. Who knows? It might just fly right through it like it doesn't even know it's there. But if I can get ahead of it on a manual move, I'll tend to do that. Now I've been wrong probably more times than I'm right. So I don't know the right way to do it either. I'm just try to, take what I think makes sense. And this one, because it's, a smaller risk to reward, I think I can probably let this one ride. And maybe that's an advantage of going, to the micro over the E-mini, is you don't, have as much at stake. You can kind of let the robot do more of what it does good at. So now this strategy over here will probably, with any luck, get out of sync with this one, because now, obviously, since this one's in a trade, even if the signal comes true to enter another trade, it will just ignore it. It's already in a trade. Even if a short pops in, it still stays in that long trade. So that's one thing to consider here. Now we will lose our sync of the triggers. But that was pretty fun, getting to see the M and Q and the NQ jump in at the exact same time in the same exact contract. So let's go ahead and shut her down. It was great timing. Got right here at the around the noon mark. So, last Friday though afternoon, I'll tell you, it was a good time to be hanging out at the computer. These things were going off like rocket ships, and I was jumped right in with them. We were banging away, and was able to get 10 of them across the finish line. So had a great day. Pulled in about $15,000 Friday. We got a little bit back today. We gave a little bit up, so we'll kind of hope for this trade. I'm going to let this one settle over here and see what it does, and maybe give you an update tomorrow when you guys jump back in. So kind of do one last recap of the strategies of the day. We just had the Dow Diamond pop back in, so over here I'll just transition back for a split second. We'll go ahead and shut this down for the day. There it is. All right, great. So thanks for trading with me today. We had a fairly successful day. We got one trade back here, and we have one in the holster here too. So maybe this one will run away, and I'll be disappointed to see that it made the full trade. But for safety's sake, and again trying to squeeze this one over the finish line, trying not to get too greedy right away. If it gave us a good trade, we took it off the table. And hope it enters another good trade. That's another way to look at it. Over here, we'll let this one ride away and see where she goes. But on the board today for the auto trader, looks like the GC signal B was the strategy so far in the morning. Again, it wakes up at 5 o'clock, so it's been alive and kicking for some time, and I think it's probably disabled now. So we have them, only open for business certain times a day. Looks like the CL, the oil, jumped out and made some money for us so far this morning, and there we are with that one. And then we had the RTY cash cow, so that's great news. And the Dow Diamond look like they're rounding out the scoreboard here. Let me slide it over. I can see that you can barely see the prices here, but this is what they're at for the day. And just directionally, we looked at the GC Signal B drone, and last week it made 2,500 throughout the week, I think, too. So this one's one to keep your eye on, and potentially put to work if it seems like it's doing well. Looks like it's done good for me on this machine and this machine here for the last couple of trading days. So everybody, thanks for hanging out with us, and thanks for joining the RLT community, and good luck trading.